Top of the top. What's up? What's up? We live. It's Friday already. Wow. What's up, y'all? Shout out to everybody that's up this morning. Intro. Back at it again. What's up? What's up, Mike Wilson? What's up? What's up, Colin? What's up, Deb? What's up? What's up, Natasha Jordan? Shout out to the people that just caught the members only live. All right. We about to get back into it. Close out on this Friday, but it ain't over yet. I don't even know where the day is going at. I have no clue. We here. What's up, Bird? What's up, Laura? What's up, everybody? What's up, ye son, Miss Solara, Inquire Mind? Everybody be up on that Friday, boy. What's up? All right, we're gonna talk about a lot today. We're gonna talk about the unknown victim, Mia. We're gonna get into that. Now, what I get out of that is some not just horrific details, but these details is what can put his ass away. So like some of the things I've been talking about, it's like I'm starting to see it. It's like if y'all, like I said, I gotta talk two ways. So it's like this. There's people that see exactly what's going on. Like I said, you got freaky stuff, laughing, joking stuff, but then you got real stuff being said. So it's all mixed up. See that Kid Cudi stuff with the car and all that? That's one thing. But this stuff that this lady was saying, it coincides with what Cassie was saying. Then I look at her complexion and I start to see something. So I'm still going with the narrative. It's a lot of different narratives. I know that man got an ace in the hole. Regardless of how much pressure come on Diddy, we should already know he's going to tell. We should already know he's not going down by himself. And that might be how the end of the game go. But other than that, it's back to business. It's still going down. So mighty funny. I was just talking about SZA yesterday. Was I not just talking about SZA? When I said something about Rock Nation, I said the only artist they got left is SZA. Magically, what happened? SZA get hit in the head. SZA signing autographs. Somebody threw something at her, like a pitcher. Like, you know how back in the day, bro, we used to throw rocks. They threw it like just like that. And I think it was a setup because I think they called her over there to sign autographs. And when she was signing autographs, somebody threw something at her ass. Yup, I think they said they threw a bracelet at her, hit her in the head. She ran, y'all. She ran after that. Pew. Big bodyguard standing right there. What proof you got? Well, you do have proof. Some of them pay bodyguards for nothing. You see that much. All right, especially we talking about nowadays. Nowadays, you definitely was better off on your own without a bodyguard now. You ain't never see this many rappers get smoked. No, man, bodyguard, big ass pumps. Anyway, what's up? What's up? Yeah, she up out. So once again, everybody from that department taking losses, y'all. Let's say it again. Anytime you see their face, it's going to be humiliating, embarrassing. The news is going to be either freaky, horrible. That's all you're going to get. But I had no clue, SZA, because SZA and Kendrick been on tour. They've been doing their little thing, but here go the embarrassing news. Yep, she got cronked in the head. Anyway, so that's SZA hitting the head. J-Lo kissed a woman. Never did that. Beyonce can't sell tickets. Keisha Cole butt pads coming out. What else we got? We're going to talk about some real stuff, a lot of real stuff going. What's up, QBD? What's up, Red Scan? What's up, Dramatic? What's up? All right, y'all, let's get into it. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to everybody that's up, everybody that's live, everybody in the chat, comments, Cash App, Super Chat, everybody that buy each other membership. Appreciate all of y'all. So make sure you get a membership. You check out Your Life is Scripted. I did Surviving the Game this week. We got more coming. Yeah, stay tuned. Let's go. So let's start off. All right. So we're going to get into this. The unknown victim, Mia, with horrific details, parental discretion advised. All right. But according to these two, according to Cassie and that one woman alone, it's solid. Now, this is what I had to tell y'all before. When I was telling people that the gov is on this internet, when I was telling y'all that YouTube is different, A lot of y'all did not know Rudolph Giuliani had a YouTube channel. Now, did you? This is my proof right here. I just had to give y'all the proof because some people don't get it. When I told you this whole thing changed. When it was all that other stuff going on YouTube, Rudolph Giuliani had no page, y'all. He didn't have a page. So when I tell you not only is it AI controlled, it's also GWV controlled. Yes, it is. This should let you know alone, just of the fact Giuliani got a YouTube channel, y'all. All right, so I'm showing you the world change. All right, clear as day, government. He got a channel. So I just want people to get it, that YouTube is not, YouTube used to be for low-level people without nothing. That's what it used to be. Because like I was saying, it was started by the people in the cell phone era because it was designed for you to film, make your videos, and upload it. So when you delete the videos in your phone, you can make videos, movies out your stuff, whatever, and just upload it. You got your own channel. That's what it was all about. But what it is now is not what it was. Now this is no different from a Tubi and the rest of them. Meaning you got people that do content, but it's actually more professional now. Before it was the other way around. So when I kept saying YouTube is to a point where they don't need no low-level content creators no more, here's the proof. All right, that's what I was trying to tell people. This thing corporate now. All right, let's go. Former stylist testified Combs threatened to release freak-off tapes. Judge denies mistrial requests. So we spoke about that the other day. Now, this is what I remember. Now, remember when I said you got real stuff, and then you got stuff like, nah. So when the style, you're going to see, you didn't hear me do no live talking about no stylist because he wasn't talking about nothing. All right? Because that's how it works. That's how I told you. That's how this case goes. See? It's going to be somebody that's really, whatever. And then something powerful going to be said. And then something real going to come out. See? And that's how it works. So as of me doing my homework for this week, Kid Cudi's situation, not too much of a leg to stand on. What he said, not too much really care about. But what that victim said yesterday, that was the power. Everything that was said with Cassie and the model Punisher, that was the power against Diddy. See that? So remember when I said the other day, I don't care about no, I don't get caught up in the Diddy trial and all that because I know how it's going to play out. It's going to be some circus, but it's going to be some real stuff too. The thing is, everybody's not going to catch the real stuff. Well, the first thing you should know what's real from what ain't real because you see they ain't want to show that person's face. And being that they ain't want to show the person's face, that's what kind of gave me a clue like, yo, he really might get fried for the simple fact. If he gets fried, they don't want us to know the face of the person that helped him get fried. Get it? Victim named Mia. Yeah, y'all. I also think part of it is, I think they want him to get fried nice and quiet. I think they might also be shocked on how they probably thought a lot of people from the black community were probably going to be down there, like real deep and heavy. But I'm not going to lie. I think the fact that he don't got no real support, that might be why they going to fry his ass even faster. And what I mean by that is pressure. I think pressure going to be mounted heavy. And I think he's going to have to put them 8 lawyers to work. And I think that man going to work a deal. He got a deal in his back pocket. He got some deals, y'all. So this is what I'm saying. This is what other people saying. People starting to see it clear as day. Clear as day. Because we're going to look at some things. We're going to look at what people saying. We're going to look at what lawyers saying. All right, we're going to look at some law perspective. All right. Anyway, let's go. Sean Combs' legal team moved for a mistrial Wednesday, accusing the prosecution of misconduct over the implication that Combs may have destroyed fingerprint evidence. The judge denied the motion. Among several witnesses testifying was Dante Nash, a former stylist for both Cassie Ventura and Combs. Nash told jurors he witnessed Combs threaten Ventura with releasing sex tape of her to the internet. Nash testified Combs threatened to first release the tapes to her parents' workplace to get them fired. So as you see, this is when it first started, y'all, of what? All that sextortion stuff. So when I was breaking down to y'all, everything in real life applies to the Diddy trial. Now you're going to see just this week, they passed the law where it's official. If you get revenge on somebody, it's called revenge porn, meaning somebody you used to be with, You filmed them and you call yourself exposing them after y'all break up, you're going to jail for that. It's official now. Revenge porn is all in the Diddy trial. As we speak, like I said, human sex trafficking, people getting locked up every day as we speak. We're going to talk about it again today because it applies to Diddy. Diddy was the poster child warning to anybody dealing in any criminal activity of his background. What's that? Selling major drugs, dealing with major sex for sale, major keeping people against their will. It was all the trap, y'all. I'm going to pull you out of there. It was all the trap through rap music, through the pandemic, to get everybody's mindset brainwashed on OnlyFans, right? On every single app of selling their ass, y'all. It was all a trap because they knew when they shut down these borders, they knew when Homeland Security put that noose around their neck, the last thing they was going to have was selling that sex. That's why you're going to see they were already getting groomed to work on the sex apps already. That's why when we keep talking about people that come out the house because they still in the house working on sex apps. Yes, a lot of people are in bondage, y'all, over these sex apps. They put themselves in bondage. Y'all know for a fact Instagram and every other timeline is perverted. But you ain't looking at if everybody's selling there, you know what? That means everybody just in the house. They made themselves an ex-slave to their own house. That's what's happening, y'all. Because remember, once you put yourself in the world where you got to sell your body to pay your bills, that means you got to keep it going. That means you got to keep it going for the rest of your life. Because your bills bake on that, right? Guess what? They knew that was going to happen. What else they knew? They knew everybody that did a PPP loan, everybody that could not get a job will get their hands on sex some kind of way. This is why I gave y'all the story last week of the old heads. They had the young girl. They're going to try to get paid of the young girl. Just think, dummy. Let's think, y'all. Dumbass man, dumbass idiot, listen to rap. He tries to get somebody he can get. He tries to convince them to go on OnlyFans. Or he tried to have sex and film it without a permission. Try to get her drunk. Post the pictures. Get paid. You know how dudes going to do? That's why they got all these laws, because they knew in the last day where people can't sell drugs, they were going to do two things. They were going to sell sex, and they was going to kidnap people. This is why this whole week I showed you. I've been showing you the trafficking, kidnapping. We looked at how that man been kidnapped for the crypto. That's all with the Diddy trial, y'all. That's why you're going to see this week. You heard about a major kidnapping thing for cryptocurrency. Those are going to be the two main crimes. People getting snatched for many reasons. You might get snatched for your bank card. You might get snatched for somebody going to post you up real quick. You might get snatched for a ransom. You might get snatched because somebody said, buy my family a KFC meal right now. And I promise I won't shoot you. You might be just that desperate. Get it? Buy my family some groceries right now. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just going to put you in the trunk. I'm going to go get these groceries. I ain't going to hurt you, but I need these groceries. There's going to be stuff like that happening. Watch. They already know that, y'all. That's why they put these laws in effect. It's just being played out with Diddy. So when I said Diddy represents somebody, Diddy represent the people, this is what I'm trying to tell you when it's all coded. But the people that know the codes of the media and things like that get it very clear. This is what I told people on this channel a long time ago. You can learn a lot from the avatars. But when I say things like from the top to the bottom, meaning it's all one scheme, okay, who was Diddy's fans? Where was his fans located at? Throughout the years of Bad Boy, where did his fans get their money from? Who bought the Sean John clothes? Who bought all the Biggie Small albums? Was Sean Combs' number one fans working people or was it street people? Now, we know it was both, but we also know in the beginning, most of us all know the truth. In the beginning, Bad Boy was built from street drug money because the rap fans were all drug dealers. And the gang was drug dealers. And Bad Boy alone was established off dirty money. All right? That's what it was. Because the drug dealers always kept it going. When I remember when a rap concert came or any show came, Biggie, it don't matter. Everybody's going to hit the mall that day. Everybody's going shopping. Everybody. I'm talking about people that ain't even going to the show because the whole neighborhood going to be out and everybody's going to be fresh because that was going on back then. And then at that night, everybody going to hit the club. But before that, they're going to hit the liquor store. So everybody was getting paid off this. And then what's going to happen? They're going to rent our hotel room because it's going to be a party. Biggie coming to town or whatever. Party, after party. And the club going to be packed. Everybody getting money. And then they're going to get them cars washed. And they're going to get them Lexus. They're going to get them rims. The Lexus dealership jumping off. The Acura, Mercedes-Benz, that's Diddy. The Champagne, Moet, everybody stock going up. The Hennessy. That's what rap did, y'all. That's what rap did. But that was from all drug money. That's my point. That was drug money. Who you think was buying out the club, buying them tickets for the whole crew to go to the show? That was dirty money. It was built up dirty money, y'all. So he ran bad boy at a time when shit was dirty, just like Sugeknight. But the thing is, with Diddy, we're seeing that he never changed his ways. He never changed his life. He never went all the way in corporate. But it was built dirty. So let's go. This is why nobody's clean. People are missing out on the best headline for the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Diddy or Diddy? See that? Diddy or didn't he? That's the whole key to the whole thing, because you don't know what he did. And my point is family. I know about this for a little minute. I never heard of this dude. My point is, come on, y'all. Look how far they went back with this man. Come on, y'all. So this is what I'm looking at. The major part of this case. Now, I know the role he played. His role was to make Cassie's story stick as a witness. So like I said, I'm not stupid. Him, Miss Capricorn, and Cassie, and that new lady Mia, they are the ones putting nails in Diddy. That Kid Cudi stuff wasn't about nothing. We're going to look at his charges. For anybody don't get it, we're going to look at it today. We're going to look at how it's really adding up. It's really starting to add up. But what is also going on as we speak, as I give you updates, and I'm always pro to y'all that it didn't stop, I'm going to give it to you in real time what people still saying. This is what they still saying. Huh? So the question is, why did they say that everybody is scared of them? So I'm just giving you an update on how it was said that people were scared of them, and this is how they ran the game all those years. And now you're going to see, since I told you they don't run nothing no more, you're going to see somehow all of these people been catching hell. And that's why SZA got hit. I think it was on purpose, y'all. I think paparazzi hit her. Yeah. I think they got people stalking them out. Yes. It's a reason why it was a fight at Beyonce concert. It's a reason why they getting embarrassed, y'all. So I'm just letting y'all see that nobody's safe. What they saying? Same thing we saying. Breaking. Lawyer says that Sean Diddy Combs will snitch. Common sense, y'all. What you think he gonna do? Because I'm looking at it like this. The way this trial going, he gonna be forced to tell. He ain't going out like no damn R.KELLY. That ain't gonna happen. You heard about Nicky Barnes? Got 100-some people locked up? Just know that Diddy from the same place as Nicky Barnes. I think we might see Diddy pull a Nicky Barnes 2025. That's what I think. Because when it was all said and done, Nicky Barnes made sure 100-some people went down with him. That's right. He waited a minute. He tried to keep it real. When it was all said and done, everybody went down. And to make it so funny, Nicky Barnes was working for Rudolph Giuliani. See? Giuliani got a YouTube channel. Told you the government on YouTube. What's up, GOV? Anyway, let's go. Because it's all because black entertainment is being watched and sized up. I told you it is now considered against the you-know-what. Thanks to Diddy and them. Everything Diddy did, the streets did. Everything the streets did, Diddy did. Because Diddy represented the streets. Whether you like it or not. Same way they call his ass a rapper. You know he ain't no rapper. You know he ain't street. But that's the title for criminal. Criminal means rapper. Criminal means hip-hopper. All right? Criminal means thug, but rapper means thug too. Hat to the back means thug. Pants sagging mean thug. There's a lot of stuff mean thug. Hoodies. Do-rags. Thug. That's what it means. Penitentiary, prison. Beat your ass. That's what it all means. These are all the codes of the black world. All right? Diddy proved them all. Here's what they saying about them. Bye, Jay-Z, Beyonce. You too, J-Lo. It ain't over yet. All right? So Jay-Z and Beyonce, they didn't have money. But if Diddy down to 400 million, somebody money gonna be next. Let's go. I'm just giving y'all the fresh updates on how they not letting nothing go between the Carters, just to let y'all see. All right? They still bringing up their behavior and what they do. Just super creepy. Get it? Super creepy spirit cooking. Y'all know what they saying. With the Diddy trial happening, just super creepy. See the Diddy trial going on, but every day they still bringing up their dirt. They still bringing up that what? This man going to see witches. They still bringing up their dirt. If I say they keeping that foot on their neck, everyone is scared of them. When they say everyone, it's everyone I told y'all. Rappers, singers, media, actors, everybody. Because it was 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 4, 4. It was all three of them. That's why people still let you know. That's why SZA got hit. Because SZA ain't good. They left SZA out there dry. Let's go. Here's the proof of what I said. Governor McMaster signed South Carolina law banning revenge porn. Revenge porn is against the law now, y'all. They just passed it first, but yeah, it's in effect. You got the revenge porn. It's another law got passed. The other law got passed. If you make anybody do anything sexual due to AI, you will get in trouble. Yes. Say you try to embarrass a female and you try to make an AI video of her doing all type of stuff, or a man, it don't matter. If you make an AI video of anybody having sex with their face to embarrass them, you're getting charged with that now. All right? So you got 2 new charges. Revenge porn, you getting mad, leaking footage on somebody, and then 2, you lying, making up footage on somebody. Both of them, jail. So I'm going to keep telling you, everything people did on the internet, playing all day, trolling all day, all that shit is outlawed now. Because they made every app hot. They wouldn't stop. Yeah, you see how the shit sound? That's how they kept going, though. They wouldn't stop. See? Platform for voice, platform to touch the world, platform to have fun, platform to make money. What they kept doing? Kitty shit. All right, so now it's against the law. Finish. Guess what? It's really an outlaw on trolls, period. Guess what? Trolls on the internet, y'all criminals now. Why? Thank all the people that kept snitching the YouTube community. Just thank all the apps where people kept telling on your ass for trolling. That's what happened. Trolling on the internet is now a fucking crime. That's right. If you antagonizing people, if you keep trying to leave weird ass comments, I kept telling y'all what was gonna happen. Once it got AI, it's over with. They let y'all play around for whatever kept y'all distracted in that house for years. Just do as you please. That's how they looked at it. Whatever keep y'all shut the fuck, all right? Just shut up. As long as y'all stay in that house for years, do whatever you want. Troll. Shit don't matter. Make up shit. Who cares? Take out loans. Who cares? Just do whatever y'all want still. Whatever. Beat people. Shoot each other. Make those guns. Print them out. Who cares? Because when it's all finished, it's a plan for all y'all. That's what it was. And they knew that people was going to go in so deep, they wasn't going to be able to get out. So what I said, everything you love going to go against you. The shit you love to do every day, the shit you used to do, now they made it a what? A law, a crime. That's it. What else is a law? It's also a law within AI. You can't make fake videos, meaning you cannot, say you want to make a video of somebody's house burning down, something like certain things like that you can't do. You can't do fake stuff like that. You can't do fake catastrophic stuff neither. So yeah, y'all, everything got a muzzle on it now. Now let's get back to this Diddy stuff. Let's look at some real talk. Because amongst a lot of laughing and joking and talking, the truth is a lot of grown-ups don't know law. And it's sad when I watch TV how they talk to Americans like they are dumb. On TV, they were saying on the news, they was like, well, a lot of people want to know what a mistrial is. as of right now, mistrial is trending. A lot of Americans are looking up what mistrial means. I'm like, wow, bro. I'm like, man, they say it every day to people's face how dumb humans are, meaning grown-ups. They really be telling them they've been in this country their whole life, grown as hell, got kids, they don't even know the law. They don't know what mistrial means. That stuff is deep, y'all. Even all these episodes of Law and Order been out, they still know what mistrial means still? Nope. So, when people keep saying they doing this, no, they not doing nothing. They look at it like Americans are so dumb, they do everything until they say you got to do nothing no more. That's just how it is. So look, let's look at this indictment. Let's look at how many charges going to stick, how many charges been proven so far. Let's look at between Cassie, between Kid Cudi, between the witnesses, okay, the little stylist, whatever, Miss Capricorn. We're going to look at all of it. Let's see what we got so far. Because this had nothing to do with all them stupid-ass Tony Busby lawsuits, what made all y'all confused. So look, you got napping variations, listed crime. You got a lot of, napping variations. Under the RICO, kidnapping, that's been proven so far. So check. Arson, attempt, conspiracy on Kid Cudi, that's an X. That's not been proven. Bribery of witness, attempt, conspiracy, bribery. That's a check. Witness tampering, obstruction of justice. That's a check. Forced labor, aiding and abetting. When he made her go to Kid Cudi house, that's a check. Forced labor trafficking. People ain't looking at it like that. See, I keep telling y'all, there's a lot of laughing and joking. The laughing and joking with the baby or Astroglide, that's for us to laugh at the men. But the stuff that's going to get Diddy fried is right here. So remember when she said, Miss Capricorn said, Diddy came out, said, let's go with the gun? That was kidnapping, y'all. Right in our face. But see, now a lot of y'all also trying to look at it all sexual. You ain't looking at it like that. Somebody come here right now and say, let's go. You ain't got a choice. You just got kidnapped. That's what happened. That's been in the court, y'all. It's a check next to that. So when I said it's certain things going to get them fried, that shit playing out. And the other part is for everybody else to laugh at everything else. Meanwhile, his ass getting fried right as we speak. Which means this going to put pressure on him. Let's go. So look. Witness tampering, obstruction of justice. Forced labor, aiding and abetting. Okay? X trafficking, aiding, abetting. X trafficking. What else was the aiding, abetting? Stuff like when that woman Capricorn got to take Cassie to go get the phone. When Cassie can't get a phone by herself and a grown woman got to take her to get a phone. Get it? That's Diddy telling her, watch Cassie ass. All right? That's Diddy telling her. But she going to use the excuse and say she was forced to do it. The forced labor, what's the forced labor? You heard that play out this week. What they say, Diddy had you doing all type of stuff. He had you cracking his knuckles. He had you just standing there for 22 hours. He had you doing all type of stuff. What I said, that man ran a plantation. So that's the forced labor, making you do stuff that you don't want to do. That's not in your job description. All right? You work for your company. Your boss say, come give him a massage. You ain't trying to hear that. But that's what Diddy does. You didn't work there for that. But you want to lose your job or you going to get a boss massage and get a bonus? Which one you want? Well, that's Diddy. But guess what? A check in court against his ass. What else? Prostitution, transportation, inductment. That's proven already. That's with the male models too. When they going from place to place, that would cap. Anywhere they go from place to place, state to state, and there's sexual activity involved, and people can't go home. That's it right there. That's also the secret of Diddy getting people to meet up with clients, things of that nature. Boom. What else? Drug distribution conspiracy. You got that already. The young boy got caught with the drugs at the airport. And this still ain't got nothing to do with the guns they found. Scratched off series. See that? So as you see right here, only thing Diddy has beat so far, he's beaten. Okay, he got the Lil Rod charges dropped. The arson attempt conspiracy. That's about it. But everything else, these past 2 weeks, to tell you the truth, in court, been proven. But I told you, it's all disguised. So when people say they covering the trial, are they really covering the trial? Because I also think people want Diddy to get tucked away real quick. I also think it's people controlling this, so people won't know what's going on. That's why you're going to keep seeing this. You're going to keep seeing these two things. You gonna still see people saying free Diddy. You're gonna still see people saying Diddy ain't the only one. You're gonna still see people saying, how is Diddy going down by himself? And you're gonna see some people just want to go quick, or some people just dealing with laughing, joking, trying to play it off. But really the truth is people that want Diddy to get this time quick and get out of here. Why? So he won't have a chance. But I know the Lord, I'm not stupid. It's not gonna go down like that, because I know this man got aces in the hole. Ain't no way in hell he got dirt on all them people. Like, I'm gonna forget they took 250 video cameras out of his house. Like, I'm gonna forget they took cell phones out of his safe from 2008. I know for a fact this man is not going down by himself. But what I do believe, he might get fried, and he's gonna have to tell. He's gonna have to work out a deal like Nino Brown and everybody going down with him, and then he's gonna get out after 5 years and everybody's gonna get 100. That's what I think, y'all. That's my opinion. So we up. Anyway, who up this morning? We up on this Friday. A good day. I'm reading the chat. Holla at me in the chat. Some people just, what's up? What's up, man? These exact charges are what Johnny Samel is being tried for, and facing 30. And he keeps racking up though. So also it's another charge going on, that lady Carrie. The lady Karen. Remember I said it's another case going on? I don't even know details with that. So Diddy trial ain't the only big trial. It's another trial with that woman named Karen, who allegedly put a hit on her husband. So when I say it's a lot going on, what else I've been peeping? Now, what also made me start seeing the seriousness of this trial, because I cover it and I look for it, and I'm starting to see, thanks, Judith. Thank you, sis. I'm starting to see how they starting to downplay the Diddy trial now. Meaning, on TV, the Diddy trial ain't playing like that no more, y'all. They going back into it here and there, but not like that. And I know part of that is, I'm telling you, they don't want people to know some of the real stuff of this case, because they know a lot of y'all just going to be stupid on the internet. All your information going to come off the internet, and you ain't going to have no clue what's really going on. So I've been paying attention this week. Some of the most realest things against him that came out in court, but they've been downplaying it. How I know that? Because when it's time for me to do my research, I have to research this stuff. So this is why I'm putting up this important chart, because this chart is the proof of the list being checked off against his ass right now as we speak. Get it? This why, now look, last week, now I'm going to say it, for the people that don't know law, this why you was giving what? The Kid Cudi thing. But what happened? No proof, which means what? A whole week we had all y'all wrapped up in a Kid Cudi situation, laughing and joking about freakoffs, right? Astroglide, dildos, a burnt car, but it had nothing to do with the real charges. Like I said that's how it's going to play out. You got the public, you got the real stuff. The real stuff, you got to figure it out. People that know law going to get it real clear. They also are seeing who are the grown-ups in this country and who are still the children. All right? That's it. Because they was on TV saying people didn't know about what a mistrial meant. And that's just one aspect. All right? So this the facts right here. So let's go. What else let me know shit was for real? When I seen this faceless person, and I know what they was trying to say. I seen blonde hair. I seen faceless person. What I say, if anything, he's in trouble for what he did to Caucasians. I also know he did a lot of dirt to Caucasians, and he had Caucasians in bondage. So I know how this stuff go. What else made me look at it? They ain't showing her face. So what that mean? Well, if he does get sent away, they don't want that lady's face to be known. They don't want that woman to be paranoid for the rest of her life, thinking some sick hip-hop fan gonna want to get her because they put Diddy in jail. Get it? All this for a reason. That's right. Top of the top. Hold up. Hey, some of y'all need to, I'm gonna tell you right now, right? If some of y'all don't think I know y'all got different names, just know that it's okay. You see, when you get blocked on this channel, you get sent to YouTube heaven. Then you get to come back and reincarnate as somebody else. So just because you're in the chat on a different name, don't think I don't know that because you still type the same, okay? But everything is good. Just know that that person I blocked, that person dead. They ain't never coming back. All right? Carry on, folks. Let's go. No face, no case. So this let me know the seriousness of it, because when I was able to take this person, Mia, what Capricorn Clark said, what Cassie said, And he was used to make it stick, y'all. So if you don't know a role he played, his role was to make it stick. That was his role. So I'm going to keep showing you how it's going to play out different ways. That's why I say I don't watch nobody but The Real, and then I do my homework on it. I bet you any amount of money this week, people made a whole spectacle about him. Meanwhile, he's a nobody. But what's his importance? He got direct connect ties to Diddy, and he gave direct ties details. He was a witness, which made it no more he say, she say about what Diddy did to Cassie. That's what he did. So I know what's going on. When they first told me before this trial started, it'll be 3 key witnesses at the end. He's one of them, Capricorn one of them, and me is the other one. When I also know his most important stuff will be sealed. This how y'all get, this how everybody got faked out. Because what they needed against him in this RICO, allegedly, it's already been proven. What the hip-hop fans got to laugh and joke at? Kid Cudi. Why? You like rap. Give him a rap name, Kid Cudi. Follow Kid Cudi, miss the real details of the nobodies. The nobodies are faceless. Because the real people in this game, like I told you, will always be faceless. That's right. Thank you very much, ancient lady. Allegedly, he was speaking on starting a political party. I don't know, but I know he was talking a lot. The diddler talks a lot of junk, but don't let these people fake you out neither. All right? Anything a man says about Diddy is a liar. Anything any man, content creator, media creator say on this internet, if they ain't say nothing about Diddy, he's a liar. They all liars. Because to deflect from Astroglide, they're going to say Diddy in jail for a lot of stuff. Diddy's in jail for abusing women and men, period. He stuck his genitals in every man in that game. He also was known to put the fear of men and making men go down on him. Making men go down on bodyguards. You don't get the concept that everybody was terrified of that man and what he wanted, he going to get, that's the man. So I'm going to tell you again, any man that make up any story on Diddy, they're a liar. This ain't got nothing to do with no political nothing. Get it? Because that man was running savage in the industry for over 30 years. We ain't heard nothing about no political nothing. We heard about a lot of political ass whippings. That's what we heard about, right? All right, then. We heard about a lot of deaths. Did you hear about a political party when you heard them Kim Porter rumors? No. All right. So like I said, y'all, miss me with anything you heard on the internet. I love all y'all to death. I swear to God I do. But I'm going to keep telling y'all about this internet. If you ain't getting your shit from the real news no more, don't make a fool out yourself. If you just listen to content creators, just use it for an opinion. But don't repeat the opinions. Don't repeat it. That's the thing. I know a lot, I see a lot, hear a lot, but certain things don't repeat, y'all, because it's set up to make you look like a fool. All right? That man ain't in jail for nothing political. That man was doing political shit on people's booty. That's about it. That Astroglide, them goddamn hills. Why nobody's breaking that down, y'all? I need somebody to refer me to somebody breaking down what the hell was the rope, the pumps, and the goddamn glide was for. When y'all can tell me that part, then I'll listen to whatever everybody else saying. I need to know who the hell that damn rope was for. That ain't look like no political party to me, y'all. You get it? So I'm showing you. Every person in this game under him, they gotta deflect. And they all liars. That's it. Because it's about the men. Period. That's the secret. Shh. But it's not a secret. It's a big coming out of the whole industry. The secret that came out the closet is when Diddy said it was all consensual. So he was letting you know everybody was a willing participant in a baby all in dildos, which means everybody walking around Diddy and everybody in that freak off and everybody that came and everybody that was around, they were all willing participants. That is the biggest cover up. That's why you guys just listen to Kid Cudi and laugh and joke. But today, we don't care about that sex stuff. I got it clear, and I'm tired of their ass. Who cares? Why the hell you think he walked around a freak off like that? What the hell you think he was doing? Of course. You see French in the back? He's butting it. Whatever Diddy wants, he's going to get. No such thing as telling Diddy no. Now today we're going to get into the graphic details of what Mia said Diddy did to her. And when we talk about this faceless victim, you just think about Diddy. He did it to everybody. He didn't spare no victims unless you was going to shoot him or something. And I don't think that was going to happen. And we know about dark-skinned Diddy around here. So imagine dark-skinned Diddy. Imagine him right now on shrooms, pink stuff, butt naked in a party. And you're going to tell him no. All right, let's go. Because we're going to get into some freaky, nasty, horrific stories. But I'm going to do the edited version, all right? Because I don't feel like talking about this stuff. But this stuff Mia said is going to be the reason why he get a nail in his coffin. What's up, Sister T? What's up, RT Bell? What's up, LJ? What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up, Yolanda? What's up, 1D? What's up, all y'all? What's up, Slay and Pray? Let's go. All right, let's go. So let's keep it moving. As you see, they're still bringing up their behavior. Now let's get in. Let's get into the faceless witness. Let's go. All right. Now remember, let's get into a background. She's supposed to be super, super, super terrified, which helps make the narrative stick that Diddy is a wicked, evil man, and you see the hair color, y'all. So you know what's up. So now you got to look at how this played out in court. Now you got to look how this played out in court, meaning how it affected the jury. And according to how it's playing out, you'll see this woman is very, very terrified. So let's go. Mia, it was so fast, he used one hand to get his pants undone. He put himself inside of, she said he put himself inside of her. Also asked, you mean his pee inside of you? Mia said, I just froze. How did you feel? Mia said, terrified and confused and ashamed and scared. Also asked, how long? Mia, very quick. But it felt like forever. But he wouldn't leave a job unfinished. You hear this? Basically saying that he gonna get his nut off. So as you see, is that when it would end? She said, yes. The next time he did it again because he basically was humping on his staff. According to this woman, he was just doing her dirty. Salute, Burger. I mean, he said Burger King. Yeah, well done, Flames. Yeah, he's done. What's up, Black the Free Thinker? So look, so that was one time. The next time, Mia said the Beverly Crest house. I was on his bedroom closet floor. I got to move this real quick. Appreciate it, bro. Hold up. All right. I was on his bedroom closet floor putting things in a bag. Then Puff was in the closet. So she had to go in the closet. Y'all know celebrities got big closets. So thank you, what did. She working in the closet putting stuff in the bag and this food in the closet waiting on her. Weirdo behavior, man. He also said that ain't no such thing as locking doors in his house. He don't play none of that. Weirdo. Paranoid. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks, 1D. Let's go. I got to get the cooker this morning. So look, let's go back into the details of the case. He had his pee out. This in the closet, y'all. He had his pee out and he grabbed her head. And she started crying in court, telling her story. He grabbed her head and put it in. Question, Mr. Combs took his pee out and put it in your mouth? Mia, yes, I was frozen. I didn't do anything. How did you feel? Like trash, scared and ashamed. So as you see, it's playing out in the courtroom. Uh-oh. Now, y'all know what happened back. I'm going to just say this. Emmett Till. If you know what happened to Emmett Till for whistling, I'm just going to say Emmett Till. All right? What else I'm going to show you? Bad luck, Bobby Brown. Right after Diddy took this picture, his ass got in trouble. Same thing I told you. After Bobby Brown was on Shannonsharpe show, his ass got in trouble because he bad luck Bobby Brown. You also gonna see he bad luck Bobby Brown, a black bastard that got Whitney Houston done dirty. See him in the back? Bobby Brown. Anyway, back to this. As you see, they got in court breaking it down with graphic details. So she's giving episodes on how Diddy abused her. He grabbed her head and put it in. Mr. Combs took out his pee and put it in her mouth. She said she was frozen. She didn't do a thing. She didn't do anything. How did you feel? Like trash, scared, and ashamed. What you mean how she felt? Let's go. Sounded to me like the prosecutors and people asking questions, they perverts too. Now, mind you, though, just check this stuff weird, man. Look. At that time, he was in the closet and made her go down on him. They asked her again, how long did it last? She said it was very fast. Were there other sexual assaults? Mia said, yes. I have a dark feeling. One time we were flying on a private jet. Everyone was asleep. By the bathroom, there was a bed. I went by and he was standing right there. You mean to tell me this fool was R.A.P.E. and people in the sky? He was a real demon, y'all. He's a fucking demon. He's a demon, man. I think he was just doing it just to do it on purpose. I think he just wanted the thrill of R.A.P. and somebody in the sky. This fool R.A.P. you in the sky. He R.A.P.E. your ass on land. He R.A.P.E. they ass on ship, but you gonna call it a yacht. This fool R.A.P.E. everybody in every dimension of the damn planet. I told you he was the goddamn devil, Satan in the flesh, Baphomet, the goat, all that shit, 5-point star, whatever you want to call him, that's him. You don't gotta believe. I believe it. I know the fucking Dark Angel Michael, all of that, all in one. He all of them. And he look, he's all the bad characters in every religion, period, all in one. That's it. Get it through your head. Because if you had to look up the wickedest man in your day, it was him. It was that man from Germany. That's a long time ago. This new history. In this day and time, he the wickedest one. All right? See that? He up there, R.A.P. and people in the sky. He's so perverted, he got a bet on a plane, man. He ruined that woman. She's scared, y'all. Let's go. She said she tried to make it about other people who might see or hear. She said it didn't work. She tried to say, yeah, people gonna see and catch us. He didn't care. He was in beast mode, allegedly. Once again, asked a stupid question. How did you feel? She said, helpless. I had lost some layer of protection. I wasn't safe, terrified. Question, do you remember what happened? She said, no. Once again, ask her again. Hold up. How long did it last? It was very fast. Were there other sexual assaults? Yes. So hold up. I gotta go to this part right here. One time we were flying on a private jet. Everyone was asleep. By the bathroom, there was a bed. I went by and he was standing right there. Let me speed it up. And this is how he treat him like that at the trash. So look, let's go. She tried to make it about other people, but she was helpless. Was Cassie over there? No. Did you ever want these sexual acts with Mr. Combs? She said no. Did you ever tell him no? She said I couldn't tell him no about a sandwich or anything. Then he would know that I thought what he was doing was wrong. So she's saying she just played her role and took the abuse. And I'm going to tell you, this woman alone is enough to get his ass fried in jail. Because she was so terrified, he used her for a sex toy. She's in court telling her story, pointed out. This woman alone is enough to get him fried, according to this story. What else you got? You got him doing it multiple times. According to her story, that's 3 times. 3 times. Wow. Wow. So let's go. All right, let's go. Hold on. Okay, so now you see, she asked was Cassie there, but this the main part y'all got to see. The main part was right here. She said, I couldn't tell him no about a sandwich or anything because there's no such thing as telling Diddy no. That bisexual, freaky animal humper with all this money, power to ruin your life, no telling him no. But you will now see why all the rappers are so terrified. Thanks, LA Slim. Now you see it, right? He didn't spare nobody. But you see, you didn't get the pattern of the only people standing up to him is the woman. Because the men can't stand up to him because the men going to take embarrassment and the men know their career is over with. Meanwhile, everybody's hiding. So, this is why this man said right here, this smart man, what'd he say? Breaking. R.KELLY lawyer says that Sean Diddy Combs will snitch. R.KELLY lawyer says that Sean Diddy Combs will snitch. He has a get out of jail free card. Everyone is scared of them. Who? Nobody else but black media. They don't even still scared of them. Because they don't know they power been up last year, but they didn't know that yet. Meanwhile, it's a game being played. Because if Diddy get fried, according to these charges, according to the testimonies we have heard this week, hold up. Thank you very much, Laura Stone. It went so fast. Hold up. I got to go back to that. Hold up. Man, I got to read that comment. According to these charges, he's not escaping. I'll read it right here. Hold up. Sorry about that, Laura. I appreciate your research, your candor, and most importantly, the way you keep me laughing, man. Thank you very much, Laura. Appreciate it. Keep it up. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was reading. I didn't see when you had donated that. But according to these charges, they have proved this in the past 2 weeks, y'all. The kidnapping, the arson, nope. Bribery of witness, attempt conspiracy. That's allegedly when he tried to get people to cover stuff up. Witness tampering, this the cover up stuff. Forced labor, aiding and abetting, making people participate in crimes with them and covering up. Making people do stuff, forced labor. When he say get in the car, forced labor and trafficking. No matter what it's for. If you say get in the car, go me to the store, you say you don't want to go, you call me to the store right now. Still trafficking. Sex trafficking, aiding and abetting. All right, boom. Also, the key thing to the prostitution is also the male models he made do stuff because he was pimping their ass out. All right, let's go. So now, according to this, y'all, you got it right in your face. As of now, he's fried. This right here, making it stick. Okay, let's slow it up. Okay, when I say I don't choose sides. I look at everything as a whole. So let's rewind it. Let's go back to Cassie, right? So now you got your proof that Cassie was in bondage. We got that part. If Cassie was in bondage, that means she was being sex trafficked. She was kidnapped. Okay. What was the proof? Miss Capricorn, right? She gave us the proof that Diddy used her as a henchman. She didn't want to get life neither. She was used as a henchman because she had to watch Cassie. She had to she had to tell Diddy stuff. She was in charge of his money. She was highly trusted. You also know that because when it was time for Diddy to go deal with Kid Cudi, he made her come. What else we know about her? Why she's not clean, Miss Capricorn. She used to work for Death Row. So I'm pretty sure she's used to being around what? Dirt. I'm pretty sure she used to what? Covering up dirt. But she was an accomplice. So her ass was done too. Because she was the proof that they were controlling Cassie. She was the one that helped her go get the cell phone, but that was the proof that Cassie couldn't do nothing on her own if you didn't get that part. So that was the whole job of Miss Capricorn, to explain a story of Cassie not being able to do nothing on her own. And on top of that, her way of getting out of it was Diddy made her do it. Now let's clear this up too, because like I said, once you work for him, you know what comes with the job. So that's another thing a lot of y'all not getting. What else do Miss Capricorn? We got the proof. Diddy did not have her in bondage, because when she was caught talking shit about Diddy, he kicked her out the house. And what he say? If you don't like it here, get out my house. We done. Which shows that everybody with him was with him because they wanted to be. Because if you ain't want to be around him, it was ways for you to make him not like your ass. But when this thing called RICO got into play, a lot of us and people couldn't get, how you in charge for a RICO? Where the people at? Where the people at? Family, hopefully you got to clear that. You've been seeing the people that's down with the RICO this whole week. She's one of them. All right? Miss Capricorn, one of them. He's one of them. They are part of his organization, aka his record label at the time that he had doing stuff. So people didn't get that Diddy was a paperwork gangster. These were his shooters. It's called Clean the Mess Up. When I did a video a while ago called Power with a Pen, some of y'all still didn't get how powerful the pen is. It is the pen that conquered the world. It's not just the weapons. It's the pen, y'all. The pen did it. See, he was a gangster with the pen. He holds your life in his hands, and it's called this pen right here. I can make you or break you. Did you get that part yet? Power of the pen, y'all. Now you see why it's called selling your soul? Why? Because you're with a dirty man. You know he's dirty, but the money's so good, you just don't want to leave. But when you get caught up with that man, now you become part of the criminal organization. Now you're going to have to talk. So that's why you're going to see. Let me show you how they play us with entertainment. Now you're going to see. Before this Diddy trial started, we got a list of names, celebrity names. Oh, it's going to be Drewski, Young Miami. You got all these celebrity names. Here, guys, here's your cartoon characters. See that? We got all happy from the entertainers. Now you see in court, it's real people testifying on that stand and got nothing to do with entertainers. And I told you that's the fake out. That's how it's meant to be. That's how it's meant to be. Because what I'm saying, if Diddy's going to get fried, I don't think they want the people to know. I think it's going to be so fast, everybody's going to look up and say, damn, it's going to be something like that. Why? Because the work has already been executed. But now it's going to be in his field. His lawyers got to get to work, and they got to debunk this stuff. And this is just some of the charges. So let's carry on. What are they saying? Did you ever tell him no? I couldn't tell him no about a sandwich or anything. Then he would know that I thought what he was doing was wrong. So the woman telling you, allegedly Mia, who's scared, she telling us she would just play her role. She didn't want to put him on point because the truth is we not looking at. They also did fair for their life because they also knew he was wild, belligerent, rich, and he could get their lights put out. They knew that. They knew it was nothing for him to drop them in the water with them sharks in Miami. Here's the part right here, though, y'all. Here you go. What did she say? I didn't want to lose everything I'd worked so hard for. This was the only world I had anymore. What would happen to your job? Mia, I would never work in that industry again. Question, and physically, that I'd be attacked. I don't want to die. So now you seeing this is giving merit. Because it's co-signing Cassie. Her story is damn near worse than Cassie because her stories ain't nothing consensual. And on top of that, he is the witness to confirm what he saw with his own eyes. Did he do? So you got the victims and you got the witness, and you got the people that was forced to participate. And you got all these details in 1 week. Did you catch it? So when I noticed this week they've been downplaying it and I did my homework, I said, nah, this thing get real now. What's up, Lorraine? Hold up. And he controlled NYPD and LAPD on payroll. Not no more, you don't. Not no more. You don't control nothing no more. So if anything, this also could be because he know too much, y'all. Think about it. If you one of the people that did dirt with Diddy, got dirt on him, told him to do whatever it is, if you know he got secrets on you, don't you think they're the main ones want him gone? If he got dirt on you. I also think part of this is people disposing of his ass. I think part of it is people that he got secrets on in high places. I think this is part of them washing their hands of him. That's what I think, y'all. So she said she didn't want to lose everything. So what y'all think about that? This is where it comes down to, y'all. This is the world we living in. What y'all think about that? She didn't want to lose everything. So let's look at it plain Jane now. This happened already years later. What is it all worth now, okay? Suffer all the abuse, or you ain't want to lose everything. Or in the end, you still get abused and still lose everything. Because this person, we don't know who they are to this day. Hold up. All the bodies connected to Diddy, he was claiming. Hold up. I'm studying law enforcement forensics law, and there's too many things that's not being included in this trial. That's right. Like, that's the stuff I want to hear. Like, that's the stuff I want to hear. Exactly. Like I said, the way it's playing out, because I caught it a couple weeks ago. I said, hold on. I paid attention. I was like, yo, it's playing out different ways. The real stuff is not going to be put out there like that. Then the real stuff, it ain't going to come out to the last minute. The real stuff, it ain't going to be nothing to play with. That's why they're not going to bring that up. The media, see, look, black entertainment, y'all job is to put out all the other funny shit, funny, freaky stuff. That's it. All right? The people they want distracted the most are the blacks. I'm just going to say it. They want y'all distracted the most because they don't want none of y'all to start saying this free Diddy stuff and coming out and all this free. They don't want none of that. Y'all going to get embarrassed and laugh at freaky stuff. Meanwhile, the people that saying, fry his ass, get him out of here, get him out of here. They're the ones paying attention to every little detail. Now, the people that know the law, they know what's going on too. Things ain't in his favor too much. That's why people just watching. Why did R.KELLY lawyer say this? Because he knows something. If R.KELLY lawyer said Sean Combs will snitch, because you know 9 times out of 10, Diddy's going to get convicted or be forced. He's going to be forced. He's going to be forced. That's why I said there's layers of this. Let's look at it like this. The first wave happened, but guess what? He damn near got cooked in the first 2 weeks. So guess how I'm looking at it now? This is going to speed up him telling. It coincides with the case when they said it might be 10 weeks. Now we might get some more details of other people. But see, I look at it like this. We start hearing names in this, they're going to be the ones in trouble for real. And I think it's going to drag out. Because if I'm not mistaken, y'all, it was something like that with OJ case. It started one way, but next you know, you started hearing other people started getting dragged into it and all these other people, and it just went into this long spectacle. And it all went into the end. If I'm not mistaken, OJ trial started like June or something, I think. Then it went to like November or something. Or something in reverse. Started November, ended in June, something like that. I just know that it went on. It was a spectacle. Hold up. All right. So all this right here been proven. As of now, Diddy is fried. But now, him and his team, they're gonna go into something. They just passed this law on what? Revenge porn. We got to get it. What did he tell Cassie he was going to do? What did he tell all of them? He's going to release information and get them what? Fired. The Diddy trial has gotten laws passed, y'all, right here. Nash told jurors he witnessed Combs threaten Ventura with releasing tapes of her to the internet. Right there. Releasing sex tapes of her to the internet, because for a decade, that was being used for extortion. That's why when you heard he's charged with extortion, here's the extortion. Threatening to drop tapes. So, being that this is playing out in the Diddy trial, at the same exact time this law is being passed in the States. Revenge porn. Dropping porn on people you have fallouts with to ruin them. That's it. Anyway, let's go. Top of the tie, everybody that's up. Let's go. Let's go. What they saying? Bye, Jay-Z, Beyonce. Bye, J-Lo. They saying they next. So I guess they saying Diddy about to tell on all they ass. Let's go. She said she would be humiliated. She would never work again. And who would do these things? They asked her, who would do these things? Puff and all this people. No. Puff and all this people. This was way before social media and Me Too. She really admitted to say Puff and all his people. All right? And who would do these things? Puff and all his people. This was way before social media and Me Too. There was this confidentiality, meaning a lot of dirt was done and kept amongst themselves. Did others speak up? She said somebody named Kayla did. So like I said, we don't know MIA over this stuff. We don't know how many of his assistants could be out of here. We don't know how many of his workers could be out of here. We don't know. But all you got to know is it sounds believable in court. It's all about how it played out in court. And don't forget, I mean, it's very simple. The narrative of she's so scared and she ain't trying to show her face. And especially she like some plain Jane woman and she just, you get it? No, this going to look horrible. Because according to her, he got her 3 times that she told about on the stand. One in a closet and one on an airplane. The airplane also represents kidnapped. The airplane also represents trafficked. Why? She's on an airplane in the sky. She can't leave. And she's going to different states. And he's having sex with her as he pleases. She's trafficked and kidnapped. Yep. All this stuff is being confirmed in court. So like I said, his lawyers got to work. It's all on his lawyers if he going to tell now. Ain't nothing else to talk about with that Diddy stuff. All right? So did you ever tell him no? No. You couldn't tell him no. So once again, you see it right here. And who would do these things? Puff and all his people. Let's speed it up. Now let's go to SZA, y'all. They working the hell out of SZA. They pimping her ass. I just said yesterday, when we said who Jay-Z got left, who Roc Nation got left, who they making money off? SZA, Glorilla, Megan. Got them working their ass off. They pimping the hell out of SZA. Made SZA get all type of work. Oh, what that lady said, what was that girl that was down with Jay-Z, y'all? What was her name? Bia? Something like that? Her name was Mia too. What's that lady? What's that lady name said Jay-Z made her get plastic surgery? He trying to make her get it. Huh? Yeah. You ain't see they made SZA get that surgery? They turned SZA into a stripper. SZA, you gonna take your clothes off? Cause they gonna do the same whack-ass formula. What they gonna do? Y'all gonna do the Jay-Z Beyonce formula. What's that? Well, they on tour right now. SZA, take your clothes off. You gonna be Beyonce. He gonna be Jay-Z. Huh? Told you somehow you work with Jay-Z and them, you gonna wind up taking them clothes off. No, y'all, it ain't about talent. They gotta show their ass. That's right. Then I tell you, they gotta be freaky. Hey, I hit SZA, I'll burn her ass up. Yes, I will. And then I'll trash her ass. That's what she want anyway, right? No. Then I tell you about rap. It's about them selling that ass. All you see, all we've been watching is what? People acting like they're entertainers, but Jay-Z gonna make you take your clothes off. Cause Rock Nation desperate right now. Any more questions? All you gotta know is, no matter what she did, it did not stop her from getting hit. Because somebody was acting like they were playing baseball for the Yankees, and they threw a pitch at her face and embarrassed her, y'all. And somebody could have shot her because the bodyguard was standing right there. But you're going to see that somehow these people keep taking losses. Let's go. As you see, SZA was signing autographs. All right. SZA walks out of a meet and greet over fan incident. SZA was seen walking out of a meet and greet and fans after she was struck by an object. She got clocked in the head, y'all. They clocked her in the head. I think with paparazzi, it was on purpose. They trolled her ass. It was on purpose, y'all. I told you, whenever you see black entertainment, it's going to be embarrassment. It's going to be some freaky news, some nasty news. It's going to be something just not too good. Because it's a family and it's a lot of them and they all related. All right? You're affiliated with Jay-Z, so it's not going to go good for you neither, SZA. And I also know the direction where it came from, where they threw it at. And it was paparazzi. Fans, somebody did it. It was like a setup. It was planned out. Because soon as she was signing, somebody, whop, and she ran, y'all. She ran. See the security guard right there? You know it's leaked footage, so it's going to be grainy. Security guard standing right there, out of fighting right there. And he didn't even see who threw it, his stupid ass. If he's supposed to at least see who threw it, he didn't even do that, dummy. Dummy! Got to be a damn idiot. I ain't going to say nothing, man. One thing we know for a fact, that in certain security guards, you will get beat up in front of their ass. You'll get slaughtered in front of their ass. I'm talking about right in front of them. All right? They'll be right in the club, watch you get hit in the head with a bottle, all that. Because the security guard, well, some of us know, they're going to be trying to talk to people. They're going to be trying to talk to the girls. All right? Anyway, she got clocked in the head. He's so stupid, he ain't see nothing, y'all. Somebody said, hey, SZA. She looked up. What? That was it. Meanwhile, you see what Jay-Z got them going through? No, look what Jay-Z got her doing. All right? It turned SZA to a straight thought. If I recall, she didn't come out like that, did she? Man, they turned her to a hoe. You said they made it be like Megan, right? Okay, then. See? Just showing you. Made her be like Megan. No, that's called you're going to get pimped out. Show that ass. You're going to get that ass done, because you're going to show that ass a lot. So, is it based on musical talent or gimmicks? I told you his name, Gimmick Lamar. Y'all, that's all. Do you know this all Rock Nation got left? Well, I ain't going to say that, but they just got this and Glorilla and Megan. Megan's being accused of toreylanez. SZA getting hit in the head. Beyonce tour flopping. And Jay-Z still hiding out. All right? So what I say, nothing changed. But I also told you who been took the throne over. All right? And that's why SZA had to bow down. Shit. This all was payback, man. That's all it was. Told y'all about a year ago, they've been crowned her back. When I told you Beyonce was irrelevant 2023, I told you they've been crowned Taylor Swift back on top. Check the catalog. So that's why you're going to see her last concert, $6 billion. And now you're going to see Beyonce can't sell out. But if I asked you, if Taylor Swift was to go on tour right now as we speak, what you think going to happen? I'm going to say it again. Beyonce just been having problems selling tickets. But if Taylor Swift went on tour right now, what you think will happen with them tickets? All right? So now I'll give you the background of how the conspiracy to shut down black entertainment is in full effect. Not only shut down black entertainment, but also to destroy all the fans that believe in this stuff. Let's go to the economy, the real stuff, real quick. More than 300 Rite Aid stores are closing. So around here, I assume and others assume that a lot of people are disappearing for many different reasons. Some are falling victim to society. Some are finding a new home called jail. Some are dying. And a large percent are homeless. A large percent are in programs. A large percent are drug addicts. And society has went to doo-doo. And this has been happening in the past 4 or 5 years. So now this year has been a reset. It's been a cleanup. It's been a remix. And everything that is not solid or anything that is not prosperous will not make it. Here's the proof. Rite Aid's closing. You have watched American franchises closing. We're not going to get into everybody been shopping online. That's their business. All right. But this means no jobs. Every business closed, no job. But the secret is a lot of people wasn't working anyway. The secret is a lot of people, they work on the internet. A lot of people was just into other shit, not working. So these jobs will gone, never be back again. Plus, these jobs had to be remixed because during the pandemic, Rite Aid had so much theft. Y'all all witnessed these drugstores had to what? Lock up stuff. The first time in your life you seeing, you not realizing society's becoming so low, they got to lock up deodorant, toothpaste. They locking up stuff that bums don't even use. They're going to sell it. You don't get that this country became so dirty and filthy and nasty and trifling and bums. You wasn't looking at these kids growing up in straight poverty. These kids grew up in a damn near third world country. Why you think these kids didn't grow up with no bikes? Why you think they didn't grow up with nothing? Because it was supposed to be like that. You mean to tell me everybody went backwards in 2025? Yep. Even though those drugstores represent that people in that neighborhood ain't going to have no drugs. Ain't going to be no disabled people in that neighborhood anyway. And if it's any grandmas, how grandma going to get her medicine now when all the stores gone? And grandma live by herself. But when you understand a lot of grandmas died, a lot of grandmas ain't around no more, and every neighborhood been remixed, this is why the stores are disappearing. The closing of these stores also represent the end of people not around and people disappearing, y'all. These stores cannot sustain no more. It all has to do with everything. First thing it means is no jobs. First thing it means is no jobs. All right, let me come to a different area, man. That's the first thing it means, no jobs, y'all. So when you trying to feed your family, this economy, you trying to make it somewhere, you got stuff closing up. Now let's look at this, because everything been weird in America. Now check this out. FDA says not to eat, sell, or serve products from distributor after rats found at Louisville facility. Why? Because people been eating tainted food. They've been letting people buy any. Look, man, look. This is where people's food was coming from. Check this out. Let me blow this up so I can see it real clear. FDA finds rodent infestation at food distributor at a Pan-African food distributor. They found rat droppings on containers. That means that thing was so rat infested. FDA request recall of products, meaning all the products they sold floating around right now. So they had to be shut down. But this is the thing that's been going on. It's been a lot of tainted, filthy stuff going on. And you see what? Other people had these companies. So when you hear about these tariffs, for a lot of y'all that don't get it, you get mad, whatever you think. It's because a lot of people like this have businesses. They're not from here. They're getting stuff shipped in hand over fist, making money. And on top of that, selling you tainted, dirty, nasty products. When you hear about these schools getting shaken down, you didn't go to school, but you didn't get that the whole Harvard campus was people not from here. And you also didn't get people was using school to come here and live for free and get everything and go back home. You didn't get that part. So as you feel sorry for others, this is why you had to get wiped out, because you don't do nothing but run your mouth, feel sorry for other people. You don't shop, you don't spend money, you just talk on the internet all day. That's why everything is being collapsed. It's very simple, y'all. All right. Ford recalls more than 282,000 vehicles. Why? Because we keep seeing this pattern of everybody that bought a car after 2020. Somehow it was a recall. Somehow it was tainted. Somehow something wrong with it after all them people took out loans. Even though they still not getting which regime they just came from, but all this stuff was happening that. But now all this stuff done transpired. People done took out so many loans on cars worth 80,000, 70,000, 60,000, 100,000. What? Recall. What's selling your soul, y'all? You forgot selling your soul to sign the contract. Did you forget a lot of people ran out and got car notes? People went and got cars. People went and signed contracts at banks, and people went and took out loans in the pandemic when they told you everything was crashing. They told you everything was crashing, but people still went and bought stuff, right? Okay, then it was all part of the game. Now, you see what the people think. Some stores have shut down the self-checkout. Yeah, because people were stealing too much. They also let it be known. Don't worry. They ain't going to be around like that no more anyway. The self-checkout was to stop the stealing. The self-checkout was to establish the digital database. It's established already. Yep. Also, social service work hand in hand with Walmart in certain places. It's like that now too. So they all work hand in hand. It's all about them databases now, y'all. So those and people still bought them. Yep. That's what I'm talking about. They got 7-year loan sucker deal. Yeah, they put people in 7 years. Yeah, 7 years putting people in cars in bondage, man. And I seen people to this day. People will lose everything, y'all, before they let their car go. People, you know, it starts like that. Let's just keep it real. The first thing somebody gonna do, they're gonna lose it all, keep the car. What they gonna do? Move in with somebody. You're gonna move with somebody, but you're gonna have a brand new car. I'm telling you, man, how they got people's brain, man. But really, we supposed to say, man, screw that car. whatever, I just whatever. And then just keep what you got and just get something else. Or file bankruptcy. No, you rather lose it all and know for a fact you got 7 years. My point is simple for me. If I got that car this year and I know I'm struggling now, and I'm gonna think in my head, I'm gonna say, I gotta do this shit 7 years. That's how I'm gonna think. Like, shit. So when they started talking this, I'll be real. The most I want is 3. 4 the most. Get it? 10 people getting 10 now. That's a contract, y'all. That's a hell of a contract, man. That's called a slave deal. Let's go. Bankruptcy forced iconic ice cream chains to close. 500 locations, 500 more jobs, 300 jobs right here, y'all. Look, 300 drugstore, 500 what? Baskin Robbins. That's 800 locations. You got shifts, you got people. Let's say 10 people work each location. Do the math. No jobs. All right, so as you see, Chapter 1 bankruptcy will cause the beloved brand to close over 500 locations. No jobs, y'all. Baskin Robbins out here. What happened? It broke my heart. Because what's the truth, y'all? Americans, people don't eat ice cream no more, man. They don't take their kids to eat ice cream no more. People don't go on ice cream dates no more. People don't do nothing no more but stay on their phone and sit in the fucking house. So everything been crashing, man. People are robots. They don't eat ice cream no more. Get it, y'all? People been robots. Once again, the kids been robbed. They never had an ice cream cone with sprinkles. They never had a sundae, a banana split. They didn't have none of that. Not like we did. They didn't have ice cream cake. They just got stuff on parties. We didn't just get stuff on parties. Every weekend, something gonna go down. This is what happened, y'all. I'm proving y'all how everybody in this country went dark. Everybody in this country lost their mind, became depressed. You had no clue you was taking out on your kids. You ruined their life. They miserable, y'all. They ain't got no fucking life. When the ice cream shit going out of business, Baskin Robbins, and I know I went there as a kid, 31 flavors of ice cream went out of business. Come on, y'all. No, you know what that mean? America became so goddamn depressing, they stopped eating ice cream, y'all. Because I know the secret jewel is, anytime you depressed, eat some ice cream. I bet you won't be mad. If you and your spouse or your lover arguing, or you mad at anything, eat some ice cream. For that 1 second, you won't be mad. Or cereal. These are facts. This is the proof Americans became disgruntled, mad, angry. Man, they started being so much haters, y'all. Those fools started hating on ice cream. We got the proof now. Damn Baskin Robbins went out of business. We also got the proof, y'all. This decade of parents ain't shit. We got to keep it real. Let's keep it real, y'all. Let's keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. All right? All your kids know is Haagen-Dazs in the jar, Ben and Jerry's. We knew that too. But you know these kids ain't no damn ice cream truck. You ain't taking them to get no ice cream, man. Shame on y'all. Dairy Queen, Baskin Robbins, Carvel. Man, the damn ice cream went out of business. That shit crazy, bro. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. That's how I know it's some miserable people in this world. I'm sorry. Oh, you want to see miserable people? Let's go. Hey, let's go. I told you what's going to happen. Trio arrested in Doral after missing Texas teen found on commercial sex site. What did I do last week? Did I not just do the special telling you that what? Everybody on OnlyFans, they on your ass. Because they knew that these people right here, they will take anybody get their hands on and try to turn them into a stripper, turn them into a dancer. Then you might got two punks like that, snatch up your youngster, put them guns to him, and say, get on that film. We're going to get paid, bro. We're going to get paid. Yeah, bro, we're going to get paid. Stupid ass. Swipe. Even though all look like fucking slaves from the goddamn back in the day, and that fool look like he from the 60s. No, get their ass out of here. See that? Because they already knew in the last day, they are going to make money off humans. You saw it in the movies. Let's slow it up. When everything is cashless. And we know fools never had ID, y'all. We know it's fools with no ID plus felonies on their record. We know fools with no ID, felonies on their record, no work experience. And on probation, and on parole. What they going to do? What they going to do, y'all? So that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's all set up. When I kept saying the way the world's set up is only for smarts, they know anybody that's not educated enough to function in this society of working class, going to school, they know all of y'all will be subject to this thing called crime. And the crime that you're going to try to commit is snatching up successful humans. See, they know that because humans are going to be walking gold. Walking gold now. See, people that got it all together, like I told y'all with the gold dome, see, the people that got it together, you're going to be a walking gold mine. You're going to be gold. Because everywhere you go, it's going to be bloop, 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 bloop. You be able to do as you please. For the people that's straight, that's why I keep telling y'all, man, it's going to be like that. And then the people that ain't got shit going to be mad. And they're going to just be watching and watching and watching. Because they ain't going to be able to do nothing. Guess what? When it all go down, man, before they ain't going to be able to get no gas for their car, they ain't going to have no that. They ain't going to have nothing soon, y'all. This is a slow event. And I told you they're going to speed it up for the summer. Because they know what? It has just been announced yesterday in certain states, what? The last day of school. So they know all these youngsters, all these teens, they're going to want to smoke their weed. Them chicks already grown to get that money. We went through the whole program of what? Glorilla, Sexyyred, Megan, training these girls to get that money, get that money, get that money. They got their fake-ass boyfriends, right? They're going to try to get money on the internet. That's why I told you the government is on every single site. Anywhere you see somebody selling ass, shaking ass, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all, anybody on goddamn Instagram, y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. X, y'all know what I'm talking about. Anywhere you see anything sexual, just know the GOV is right there watching. Because now all they're determining is who is grown from who's not. Because they know a lot of young ladies been into it, getting forced into it, and doing it, and line up. You get it? They know this they only last ways to eat. So this is why I say this whole summer, sweet, 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 sweet. When I kept showing y'all that they're not going for that at the hotels no more. Sweet, 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 all that. Here's the proof. When I said everything applies to the Diddy trial, what they was doing is what Diddy is accused of. So when I kept telling you on my channel, we laugh and joke, but I told you from the beginning, this is about the top to the bottom. It's about Diddy in a certain community because they all into the same behavior. It's like this, y'all. They know that those people are brainwashed by rap and they're going to do whatever rap say. If the rappers say this will make you successful, OnlyFans, that's what they're going to do. If the rappers say, I'm a content creator, I hit my live button, that's what they're going to do. So that's why they put them all in this trap, like I said, call it internet. They know your every penny, single dollar thought will come from this internet. The internet is your bubble of your reality that is being studied every day, but you didn't know that you was put in this box, and now you can't get out because you're in the box, but now everybody's outside the box watching you. You know, like that black cube in Mecca, like that. You like the Sphinx, like that. Everybody's looking at you, but you're the one in the box. Guess what? What's in the pyramid? Dead bodies. What's in the pyramid? Dead corpse. That's you. Y'all in the box because you fell into the trap. If you know about that pyramid, once you get trapped in that pyramid, you ain't getting out of that. That's y'all. Because you went looking for gold, but you didn't know about those trap doors they set. The master magician tricked you again, but this time it's the end, y'all. I'm for real. So the Diddy trial plays it all out. When you can see that shit on national TV from a billionaire to some broke people, it's the same thing. Why? Every drug we heard, let's rewind it. Smart people know this. Every drug we saw on the street, we heard it in a rap first. When we were young, don't act stupid, bro. Every gun you saw in real life, you heard it in the rap first. Before you might have saw a Glock with your own eyes, you saw it in a rap video. Before you was drinking 40s or saying eyes, bro, you seen a rapper with it. It's simple. We heard them rap about Molly. Next thing you know, Molly in the street. I got that Molly. We heard about Purple Haze. That you know it's in the street. I got that Haze. Because they know it goes hand in hand. The fans going to do what the rappers say. The rappers are the Pied Piper. The rappers also going to promote the drugs that spread across America to make everybody dirty money. This has been going on since the early 90s. We kept talking about we don't fly ships and all that. Well, guess what? Back then, they were flying ships, bringing in the drugs. Them drugs had to move, and the rappers was the voice to make the drugs move. So for anybody don't know their history, please go watch the series called Cocaine Cowboys. I might watch it again today just to watch it. Part 1 and Part 2 to let you know how Miami got built of dirty money. But what they didn't tell you about Cocaine Cowboys is Miami is not the only city built from dirty money. That's the part they didn't tell you. They also was giving you the proof that rich executives had their hands in that shit early. Get it? They also showed you in Scarface. So if you take the movie Scarface, Cocaine Cowboy 1 and 2, you will know the drug operation that went down in America. Then you got to put Rick Ross with it. You put the movie Blow, and you will have the whole foundation on how America started from drugs and then went corporate. All right? But my point is, everybody they got their money. See, a lot of those billionaires now, they were getting their dirty money in the 70s, 80s. Get it? 90s. Then they went clean. This is why every crime y'all was trying to do, it was never going to work because all the crime got done already and all the laws got passed. When I said during the drug era back then, they was able to get on a plane with a whole suitcase full of kilos and nobody asked nothing. That's what I say. Those are the days when they got rich already, y'all. When they was getting on airplanes with a goddamn suitcase full of guns and go to any city they feel like it and drop it off. That's what they was doing back then. No, y'all got put on the crime, but it was like 60 years late. So, to show you this thing don't discriminate, new Hanover County man arrested on human trafficking charges. And what's the key to trafficking? It's always going to be somebody you don't think it is. But I know how to read people, right? I can look at him, right? Look at his neck. Look how big his neck is. That means his ass strong. Because now you see that some people actually get their ass snatched up because it's different people. Remember, they traffic all races. All races. So it might be a demand for black. It might be a demand for white woman. Then white women, you got different demand. You might got blonde, red, black. Then it might be a demand for Hispanic. It might be a demand for Asian. They got different people they go out and get. But my point is, you see how these people like him, you least suspect, he be the one to jack your ass up. He's so big, you can't do nothing. Because all it's going to be is a scoop, and you getting put in the trunk. You getting put in the van. So this showing y'all how it's for real. These are present lockups. That's what the Diddy trial is about. It's not about what happened. It's about what's going to happen. They know this summer, a lot of people are going to be desperate, and a lot of victims are going to be in these streets. They already know that, y'all. I'm telling you. So that's why these laws into play. That's why I hope you got your camera surveillance right. Hope you got your life in order, your security up, y'all, because this for real. That's how the country works. So once again, top of the top. When I told y'all the gov is on all platforms, here's the proof. Rudolph Giuliani has a YouTube channel. So New York, you know how New York feel about Giuliani. Y'all know about Giuliani. Y'all already know already. So if he got a YouTube channel, what does that tell you? That fool was just about to go to jail, wasn't he? He was just somewhere else. No, now you get what I said. YouTube is for people that are washed up, meaning he ain't good no more. He fell out. He's not good. When they fall from grace, YouTube. That's them. But just to show y'all, the GOV is on every platform, y'all. So hopefully you're going to get that everything is different. Why? Well, it's set up where you can't just be a troll and then you're going to just troll Giuliani. No, they got ways to catch your ass now, so it's different. According to AI, you're not going to antagonize people. That's why everything I told y'all is right in your face now. So now you're going to see. When I said that they don't need content creators for real, when I said you're going to see people get pushed out because of AI and people with big names, that's how it's going to be soon. But don't forget, YouTube been out since 2008. So don't get mad if it's 2025 and nobody ain't do nothing with it and it's gone. Meaning you can't do nothing no more like you want to. Don't get mad. You had your time already. You had 17 years. But the proof is, all some people ever going to do is play anyway. Now what happened? People played around so much, now retirement government officials got YouTube channels. That's what that means. All right? So, back to the Diddy trial. The stylist confirmed it. Anybody not sure what he did? Because I don't got to see media to know what dummy's going to say. I bet you somebody made it like he was a nobody, he a clown and all this and that, whatever, who cares? But all you got to know about him, what he did that was powerful, he's the witness. He's the witness that made everything stick. He made it all stick. The control Diddy has over his staff. When you hear about how Diddy make you stand there 22 hours and they was talking about they was standing there and they had to rub his back, crack his nail, or crack his fingers, right? They were letting it be known they was his slaves, which means he was an abuser. He also was the one that gave the details of witnessing the actual beating. See? Now remember, Don said Diddy had a frying pan. Okay. The male model said he saw a beat hitting. He gave graphic detail and gave a whole lot of confirmation of the beating and the control and what else? The threats of the sex tape being leaked. So he actually witnessed Diddy allegedly torturing Cassie many different ways. He was the witness to make that stick. That was his job. So like I said earlier, that Kid Cudi stuff was all play. Kid Cudi was play, y'all. That was play to laugh at. That's all it was. Because that Kid Cudi stuff had nothing to do with the real talk at all. Nope. Oh yeah, let me show you a throwback. Your life is scripted. Grubhub on the Parkers. Thank you, Anna. Grubhub. You mean to tell me Grubhub comes from a TV show and there's some people working for Grubhub right now, dropping off food right now we speak, and it was on a TV show first. Yep. Your life is scripted. I told y'all, man, your life is scripted. People had no clue. The things you fight and be so wrapped up in be all written out of book. Yep, Grubhub. That's on the Parkers. This might be from about 2003 or something. 2002. All right? Don't forget to check this out. Your life is scripted. Black power hippies. The truth is, blacks and whites been came together. See that, fools? Blacks and whites been came together a long time ago. But what else they showing you? You gotta check the video. All right? So, we just back to that. The racism out the window and blacks and whites cool again, man. So that's why I say the joke's on you, man. Everybody always been cool. Your life is scripted. You got given a new script and you said, George Floyd. Back then, the script was different. They said, love. Meanwhile, it's all the same family. Enough of that. SZA got hit in the head. SZA got a booty job. That's it. But don't somehow all them celebrities, somehow they all end up just looking alike some kind of way, right? Don't somehow they just all look alike? Don't they do the shit? Because it's a factory, y'all. Remember that group CNC in a music factory? We didn't get it. It's a music factory. Think about them. Think about a warehouse with mannequins in it. A bunch of nobodies. They look the same. That's them. Because when they come in the game, they lose who they are anyway. You're going to come in looking like this, but you're going to look like that when you leave. That's also part of them selling their soul too, that y'all. That's part of it. Because once they come in that game, your identity ain't yours no more. See, like I said, you're going to come in looking this way, but when you leave, you're going to look a different way. Because no such thing as leaving us. The least you're going to do, lady, when you leave, you will look like a man. Or something's going to happen to your nose. You're going to look different. So, as you see, hold up. Hip-hop means booty. Because wherever hip-hop at, it's always going to be booty. What's up, Lit? What's up, Lena? What's up, Linnell? And that's how it's going to go. Thank you very much. So, everybody know they made her get surgery. She ain't had all that. They made her get it. But when you understand that, then you'll understand that they actually are more strippers than singers anyway. That's it. When they say sex sells, no, that's all y'all selling because nobody listens to y'all music. But me and the bros, we have no problem looking at your ass. So we'll take that. But guess what, SZA? If they ask me to this day what song you made, I don't know. Now, I know, look, put it like this. I do know one of her songs. I like the way she sings, but what I say is I don't know songs like that. I don't know a lot of her songs. It's only like one or two I know. But I know more about her ass than anything. See, that's how it's supposed to be. See, me and the bro supposed to know about her ass, but me and the bro ain't buying that shit. But see, back then or before, me and bro would fuck around and buy a Mary J album and blast that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they had talent. It was different. No, now they just strippers and hoes. So when me and bro want to see strippers and hoes, we just go to strip clubs. But see, you're going to see every artificial celebrity female that didn't have no talent, the more they had to strip. The more the talent, the more you don't got to take your clothes off. That's how it always been. Same thing with the men rappers. The less rap skills, take your shirt off. Nelly, Jaru. But the rappers that got skills, they going to take their shirt off like that. That's why you don't got a lot of pictures of Nas, stuff like that. Fool, you ain't got no pictures of Jay-Z with no shirt on. Hell no. Because he can rap. That's the truth. But the rappers that never could rap, their whole gimmick was taking their shirt off at El Cool Dre. All right, that's it. So, SZA is a member of The Rock, but SZA got hit with a rock. Let's go. So, as you see, somehow when they're in their glory, they're supposed to be shining, but they keep getting embarrassed. Let's rewind it. Let's rewind it for those who pulled out and make it real clear for you. What is this about? It's about her affiliations. It's about all of their affiliations. It's about they not shaking this. Even though they've been eating through Glorilla, Megan, and SZA and Kendrick. They've been giving them the good news. But this week, they all been getting bad news. SZA just got her bad news. What did I say the other day? For anybody don't believe how things work around here. Remember the other day when I was talking about how SZA jumped in some shit that had nothing to do with her? I said, see y'all, this is what they do. I said, this between Megan and Tory, SZA got in it. I said, see, this is what they do. They jump people, right? Did I say that? I just showed you that. How SZA jumped in the shit with Megan. She had nothing to do. I said, look, that's because of Rock Nation. What happened? That same week, she taking up for Megan. She get hit with something. See, I told you, it's all connected. People on here, you know what I'm talking about. Huh? Y'all know what's up. Somehow we speak about people. Somehow something just happened to them. Just said the other day, SZA need to mind her business because she got nothing to do with it. So what happened? They didn't understand it's a hit on all of their ass. So I know it ain't no coincidence. When they say what? Bye, Jay-Z, Beyonce. Why? Because they say everyone is scared of them because they say they terrorize everybody. So what they saying? They terrorize everybody. What does woman say? Diddy and all his friends. I catch everything. Hold up. What she say? And who would do these things? Puff and all his people. This was way before social media. Meaning before social media, they did hella more dirt. They couldn't get caught back then. Yeah, that's what they did. So, to let the world know who don't get it, but people on this channel, we get it very clear. SZA had to get that smoke. SZA was seen walking out of a meet and greet with fans after she was struck by an object. Now let's ask a question. Is it a coincidence? The same week SZA is talking about a situation that has nothing to do with her, that deal with Tory Lanez, right? She's on tour with who? Kendrick. When I said they ain't gonna be able to go on tour like that, when I know they got beef with a lot of people because of what Kendrick think he's slick, Kendrick try to sneak back out like the beef going. No, you know Drake and them petty. You know it's repercussions. You know everybody don't like The Rock, and The Rock affiliated with Diddy. So this is a clue you're getting at. No matter where they go, they not good. Because she got clocked in that head, y'all, and she ran. You got to watch the video to get the full detail. All right, you see right here, she turned her back. She ran. Security looking like, where'd that come from? His stupid ass. He didn't even see it. Her ass ran. Mind you, y'all, she just pulled up signing autographs. You see how that's her face after she got hit. She was scared. I tried to get the best I could for y'all, but it's a leak. All right, she was scared. All right, right after she finished signing it, bop. And guess what? It was planned because somebody had that camera ready, and the person that was standing right there, they caught it clear as day. So guess what? The original video I saw, it was this video. It clocked it from the side. Pop. Then I caught this other footage of the people that was looking straight at her. So it was people focusing on her at. You get what I'm saying? See, and that's why I say that should be. I know how to read me. That should be plotted. So you're gonna see somebody standing right here with an angle on her ass watching her the whole time. And then you're gonna see somebody standing right here watching her the whole time. So this the original video she got here from the side, and this video let you see where it came from and who, you know what I'm saying? So she was scared, y'all, and you see it. She fucking ran straight up. You know how some people say, yo, what the fuck y'all doing? Or who do that? Hell no. All she did was turn around and pew, and then the bodyguard had to fake like he was doing something. He didn't do shit. If that was me, I'd fire his ass off the rip. He'd be fired right after that. He looking around the corner and she got hit already. Y'all all watch what happened to SZA. So anybody don't get about the control and the force, ask yourself, why SZA had to get her nose done? It was nothing never wrong with that woman. Why she had to get her nose done? Why she had to get her lips done? Why she had to get her body done? Huh? Why they turn into a video vixen hoe? Why they turn into the hoe that look alike? Why they all look alike? Who? Her, Nene Leakes, fucking all of them. Megan, they all look alike. No, they turned them into plastic dolls. They turned them into nobodies. All right? You make them all look alike, they don't got no identity. They all look alike. But what? They all had to bow down too. So, once again, I'm going to tell you, Taylor Swift is the queen of the shit now, but you got to blame them for that. That's what it is, y'all. So if SZA don't make world music, if she can't tour around the world, set at arenas, her career's already over anyway. So that's just how it's going to be, because they reset the celebrity list. The celebrity list is back to how it was before we was born. So if anybody don't know about this TV show called Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, it was never certain people on that shit, and it was only a few people that was permitted in that shit. And it's going back to that. Because the whole black Hollywood, mostly all their ass got kicked out of Hollywood anyway. All right. If they didn't get their shit burnt down, that rent got boosted up so high they can't afford it. All right. Most black celebrities move their ass to Vegas or Atlanta. That's what happened. Because it's all together. It's all part of the Diddy trial. What else part of Diddy they don't want you to know? Most celebrities don't want y'all to know they going broke. They don't have no deals. No tours this summer. Most movies you getting straight to Netflix. You didn't get it yet. No black celebrities ain't making no money. Then you ain't get the only percentage of them making money is the ones on YouTube. But you still didn't get that Bobby Brown is in the back with Diddy right here. And that the shannonsharpe, that Bobby Brown on his channel, he got a charge too. You didn't get it, did you? Oh, guess they said about Damon Wayans, y'all. Guess they said about Damon Wayans now. You remember I spoke about Damon Wayans lost his show? Guess why they say he lost his show? Because he went on Club Shay Shay. Bingo. Told you, man. But I told you Black Hollywood was falling before, and I get to prove it to y'all every step of the way. Yup. Thanks to shannonsharpe, when Damon Wayans said he kissed his brother in the mouth, that's what made him lose his show. Bingo. Told you already. When y'all saw everybody come out that closet, that man got on the platform. He got on shannonsharpe, nasty, freaky platform, said he kissed and raped his own brother on it. They still watching. Shannon Sharpe got accused. They still watching. Even, I ain't gonna say nothing, y'all. No, it's all together. Keep watching Shannon Sharpe. Keep being embarrassed by Diddy because that's who y'all are anyway. Even though Bobby Brown name always around dirt, they still try to come and tell me it was Bobby Brown that got turned out by Whitney. They still let Bobby around. Nobody asked Bobby, what happened to your daughter, Bobby? What happened to your daughter and your son? You mean to tell me Bobby Brown, his baby mother, dad, and his 2 kids? He's still walking around. So when I said Shannon Sharpe is a dummy and he cursed himself, because when Bobby Brown was platform, his ass got charged a week later. That's what he did. Because Bobby Brown is bad news. Pick one. Bobby Brown, Chris Brown, James Brown. That's why when Michael Jackson went to see James Brown, his ass died right after that too. Did the homework. Michael Jackson was looking at James Brown. Next thing you know, his ass was dead. And he was in the casket. Yes, it did. No, when I said the end of an era, y'all, we got to go back to Michael. Then you're going to see, by coincidence, just so happened, when Michael got taken down, a famous man became president. We're going to leave it at that. If I asked you what was Michael Jackson's political party, could you tell me that? All right, go do some homework. Holler back at me on that. Straight up. Let's go. Now, can you imagine this man in a freak off? Can you imagine this man in a house? This woman terrified. Now let's go back to the details for those who just pulled up to get the horrific details of what this man did, why this man scared to show a face. But this woman helped a lot of these charges stick, y'all. So as of now, this was put together allegedly by a lawyer. And this lawyer created his own checklist to observe what actual crimes he was accused of have actually been proven or, got some merit. So you see the RICO, these are things he's charged with under RICO. And you're seeing this 1 week, it's been executed. Kidnapping and variations, check. Arson attempt, conspiracy, Kid Cudi, drop, can't be proven. X, no good. So anybody wrapped up in Kid Cudi, guess what? That joke was on you because that stuff wasn't about nothing anyway. So anybody that was a reporter standing down there, yo, the Kid Cudi situation, man. Anybody did all that shit, you wasted your fucking time. All right, straight up. All right. Bribery of witness attempt. That was shown in court. What's the bribery of witness? Let's say when he's paying a stripper and the stripper see him abusing Cassie. What else? When he's at a hotel, he's dragging Cassie and he pays the man at the front desk to make the tape go away. Bribery. Bribery of a witness. I got some money for you, man. That's been proven already. Forced labor. Aiding and abetting. When Diddy came to Capricorn House with that gun and said, come on, let's go. Put your clothes on. Let's go. Forced labor. Aiding and abetting. Forced labor trafficking. That's just one aspect of it. That's just one aspect. Sex trafficking. Aiding, abetting. Well, if Cassie was a sex slave, if Cassie was only used for sexual purposes because she wasn't making no music, anybody around him like Capricorn, if she took Cassie to get a phone and he said, go take Cassie here, go take Cassie get her hair done. Go, like I said, well, R.KELLY, see, go take Cassie to get an outfit or go get an outfit for whatever the fuck she got to do with Cassie, aiding and abetting in the what? Trafficking. Guess what? If Cassie performed a freak off that night, lady, and you took it about outfit or you bought an outfit, aiding and abetting in sex trafficking. Guess what, lady? If you knew for a fact Cassie was a sex trade or she was being used in the sex trade, lady, you was just doing her makeup, but you knew that night she was freaky and getting dealt with, you part of it. Lady, you was doing Cassie hair, but you knew she was going to be using the freak off that night. Guess what? You part of it. Aiding and abetting. Criminal organization, prostitution, transport, inductment, or inducement. That's all illustrated. Those two alone. See that sex trafficking, 2 counts. 2 counts. That alone, that red will get them fried. Certain things get them fried. Now look, the drug distribution conspiracy. The young man getting caught with the pink stuff, Young Miami at the airport, that's proven already. Check, 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 check. So you get it clear. Something gonna have to go down. Now, this woman is caught with a very believable, scared behavior. We know this. Now look, I'm looking at it like this. It's two ways, y'all. The fear is not just on her life from Diddy. They keeping her away from the public too. Because they don't want nobody to know the face of the people that destroyed it. See, that let Cassie, people that's famous, that's one thing, but she's a regular person, meaning if she want to go on with her life, they don't want her to have no repercussions. But it was this image of this person that really let me see the seriousness of it, especially when I realized how yesterday this whole thing was being downplayed. When I had the news on and checking the news, but this was being downplayed. I'm just going to say this was not being promoted as much as the freaky, freaky, freaky laughing stuff. Let's go. What did she say? She said it was so fast, he used one hand to get his pants undone. He put himself inside. So she's saying he put himself inside of her. Question, you mean his pee inside of you? Mia, she said she just froze. How did you feel? Terrified and confused and ashamed and scared. Question, how long? Very quick. All right. Allegedly, she's saying it was a quickie. This is the first time he spoke. This is the first time he allegedly took something from her. But it felt like forever, but he wouldn't leave a job unfinished. Meaning he was going to do it until he did you know what in the end. All right, let's go. Question, is that when it would end? She said yes. What happened the next time? Question, the Beverly Crest house, I was on his bedroom closet floor, putting things in a bag, then Puff was in the closet. So you got one time he did it, another time he got her in the closet. Like this. I think it was that night. But just understand this one thing. He did the same thing to the men. That's it. Little Rod told you. Little Rod's story, this woman's story is adding up, right? When you in his house, you know he's going to get even freakier. Let's go. So look. Next step was what? It felt like forever. So she's saying it was a quickie, but it felt like forever. But he wouldn't leave a job unfinished. Is that when it would end? She said yes. The next time was at the Beverly Hill Crest. She said she was on the bedroom closet floor and putting things in the bag, and Diddy slid in there like the Predator. Let's go. He and his he had his pee out, and he grabbed my head and cries. She cried in court. She cried on the stand, telling the story about this monster. He grabs her by the head, and he put it in her mouth. Mr. Combs took his pee out and put it in your he asked another a question again. So you see the lawyers and the people in the courtroom, you see what they're doing. They're dragging it out. All right. So he's going to ask her again. So are you saying he put it in your mouth? And she's catching hell. This lady's about to, she's crying, having fits. They got her repeating stuff. Meanwhile, Diddy sitting right there looking like Fred Sanford. So as you see right here, she said she was frozen. She didn't do anything. She's sobbing on the stand. They asked her, how did you feel? She said like trash, scared and ashamed. So you see, the main thing you're looking at is the narrative of her specific details, of her co-signing Cassie, giving proof of her perspective, not a celebrity, giving horrific details of a man abusing her. Get it? Let's go. You see that hair color, right? All right. How did you feel? Like trash. I'm going to tell y'all my opinion again. This woman alone is enough to get him time in jail. That woman alone. How long did it last? She said it was very fast. Were there other sexual assaults? She said, yes, I have a dark feeling. One time we were flying on a private jet. Everyone was asleep by the bathroom. There was a bed. I went by and he was standing right there. Like a predator. So anyway, as you see, he was blocking the bed. So now you see, right? A perverted bisexual man, y'all. So like I said, you're not going to get no abuse story for no men. The men ain't coming to court. So this wasn't about him abusing men. It was about making the man love natural. All right. So he as you see now, he loved his brothers. He didn't abuse no woman. All right. You get that part? All right, let's go. Or should I say he only abused women, he didn't abuse men. That's what I meant to say, according to the story. So he loved Bobby Brown too. Bobby Brown ain't got no beat on stories. Let's go. So she said it was very fast. I tried to make it about other people who might see or hear. She said it didn't work. She tried to let them know and scare them off. Like, yo, maybe somebody going to hear us. Somebody going to see us on the airplane. She said it didn't work. Once again, I asked this woman, how did you feel? She said helpless. I had lost some layer of protection. I wasn't safe, terrified also. Do you remember what happened? She said no. All right, we're going to get to the main part. How long did it last? That time on the airplane, it was very fast. Were there other sexual assaults? She said yes. So like I said, she got 3 times on Diddy, y'all. 3 times. How did you feel? Helpless. Terrified. Was Cassie ever there? No. Did you ever want these sexual acts with Mr. Combs? No. Did you ever tell him no? I couldn't tell him no about a sandwich or anything. Then he would know that I thought what he was doing was wrong. So she basically saying she would just play her role and make him think everything was okay because she was scared to let him think she didn't like it. So like I said, the way this lady being portrayed is coming out in court like Diddy had her as a sex slave, y'all. Disguised as a worker. This is what's in the Smokey Robinson trial or the accusations. How they have workers, but they can have fun with them whenever they feel like it. Why? She's going to tell you right here. Let's go. I didn't want to lose everything I worked so hard for. This was the only world I had ever known. Talking about the industry. Question. What would happen to your job? I would never work in that industry again. And what would happen physically? That I'd be attacked. I don't want to die. That alone right there, y'all. That alone right there. That's that right there. So what am I saying? I'm saying what R.KELLY lawyer saying. I'm saying Diddy gonna be forced to tell. Breaking. R.KELLY lawyer says that Sean Diddy Combs will snitch. Who we gonna snitch on? I don't know. I have no clue. Like I said, I wish they had bets on this stuff. I wish they had all this stuff on FanDuel for bets. Who gonna get locked up? Who ain't? We gonna bet on who gonna get 3 years, 5 years. Who gonna get probation? Who gonna get ankle monitor, side bet? All right. So I'm gonna say what I'm looking at it like this. This pressure mountain. So I don't see nothing in Diddy favor this week. So let's go. What else they saying? I always knew there was some. This is what they saying about all of their ass, right? Salute, Gemini. Somebody said, I always knew they were some sick Fs in the entertainment industry. But Diddy, Fluffy, and all his sick effing friends, at you, Beyonce, Jay-Z, and all the rest, shaking my effing head. I hope y'all effing right away like the piece about all of them. So like I kept telling you, they can trick one community. They can distract one community that's already slaved. But I told you 2024 is not over, and they're going to keep going till they're all destroyed, y'all. And it's been a long week, and I love y'all to death, but I'm not talking about these bastards no more. Today, I got shit to do. Members, we coming on later, happy hour. Black Power Hippies, that's right. Make sure you check that out, your life scripted. Look, we not talking about these dry combos no more. We did that already. But SZA got hit in the head. All right? I don't know why they're trying to hit in the head. Maybe it's because of who she's down with. Maybe it's because all of them are getting attacked. SZA ran, y'all. She ran. She was happy, too. Hi, guys. How you sound, Grab? That's just it. She said, you see it right there, y'all. She ran just like a cartoon character. She dropped the phone, the pen, the pad. They controlled by them lights. Told you, man. They also what? Scary. Next what I told you they scary? Scary. If that was a chick that I know, ain't no way they would have said, what? Who do that shit? Who do that shit? Somebody would have said something. Even the bodyguard would have said, who did that? Bodyguard got scared. He did a fake look. He know damn well he taking her money. He ain't doing shit. No, y'all security guard will get my ass killed. Y'all gonna be in the way. I don't need y'all, fool. I don't need y'all to do nothing. Big ass security guard for nothing, y'all. Look, he looking for a gun. She got shot in the head with a bracelet, bro. I think somebody bought a cheap bracelet from the Chinese store, bro, and threw it at her. And I'm talking about, bro, that shit, they humped that shit so hard. Like, you know, in the hood, we throw bottles and shit. They did it like that. It's just bow. And that shit rocked inside her head. I said, damn, why do you do it like that? And I thought about it. That damn Rock Nation. I just spoke about it yesterday, man. Somehow you side with that company, y'all. It's not going to be good for you. So let's look the same week. Megan getting hell for Tory Lanez. Spoke about it yesterday. She was just taking up for Megan going at Tory Lanez. I just spoke about it because it was like, yo, SZA defends Megan Thee Stallion. And I said, see, when you down that rock, that's how they do it. They all going to jump your ass. And I was telling you, that's what they used to do to Kanye. I said, whoever Jay-Z don't like, whoever they don't like, they're going to make you all go against them. And I said, this is what they've been doing, piggybacking, defending. So I said, SZA's going to get hers too. Why? She spoke on some shit she got nothing to do with. So she was just speaking on Tory and Megan, and now she got clocked in the head. It was on purpose too. Because somebody said, hey, SZA, to make her look the other way on purpose. And when she looked that way, clock. It was a setup, y'all. That's what it was. Take that back to Jay-Z and them. That's what that was. Why? Well, it ain't no coincidence. Beyonce had people fighting at her show, and she spilled her drink. They spilled her drink on stage. So SZA was a singer, but they turned her into Megan Thee Stallion. That's what they did, y'all. She's a stripper now, bro. That's it. Now, you got any more clues about what they do? You're going to come up to church. You're going to want to sing. You got all these dreams to sing, but they're going to turn you into a stripper, lady. Can you see it? Now, me and the bro get to look at SZA ass all day for free. That's right. Young boys go make a copy. They got better posters than us, bro. Young boys, they get all the free posters. Guess what, bro? Young boys, they ain't got a sneak magazine. They ain't got to do none of that shit. They get free looks every day. Damn right. Show you got to do, go look at Rock Nation catalog. You're going to get Megan, all that. So, yeah, y'all, it's been about that. This is called ass worship. Right? Ass worship done started too. That's the new thing, ass worship. Yeah. So anyway, we're going to get out of here, right? You're looking at her. Look, you know what you're looking at? This is Kendrick and SZA pretending to be Jay-Z and Beyonce. That's all. Jay-Z wanted them to do this show in their image. That's all it is, all right? That's all it is. Kendrick don't want no damn coochie. And SZA, she don't want to be butt naked, but they made her do that shit, all right? So now you see, right? They look sorry as fuck on stage, bro. I'm just going to leave it at that. All you got to know is, man, somebody don't like SZA or none of their ass. And she got hit. And she ran, bro. She ran. Who do that? She didn't say that. She just said, pew. All I saw was smoke. If I was her, bodyguard, fired. Off the rip, fired. So on that note, y'all, we're going to get out of here for real. Hold up. This shit freezing up. Check it out. Some of y'all work for Grubhub now. Did you know Grubhub been around? Did you know they had Grubhub in the TV show? Told you, your life is scripted. One day you're going to be screaming out Black Power. You're going to be a revolutionary. Even though back then when they first started rapping called poetry, and the brothers had different mothers. And then they was telling you in them show, bro, you're going to be so pro-black. When it's all said and done, you're going to be a Grubhub driver. And that's it, bro. They was telling us back then, y'all going to be so pro-black. Y'all going to be against the system so much, you're going to miss all the jobs. You ain't had no resume. And then, bro, you're going to be a Black Power conscious Grubhub driver. And you're going to talk about all the conscious stuff in the world while you're dropping people off. And you're going to talk about all the stuff you read in books while you're driving all day, fucking your car up. Because in the show, you're going to be doing Grubhub, bro. Keep following that talk. It's all a program. All right? Meanwhile, the other the hippies, they own the company. That's it. We out, y'all. Your life is scripted. And SZA got a fat ass, but it's a BBW. On that note, we out of here. One. That's it right there. Ain't no party like a Diddy party right there. You already know that man touching on people. You know what he doing in there, y'all. He butt naked with a robe on, man. And you can't say no. You got the proof. He woke up on people and whip out on you. Any way he please. You see French back there laughing, right? All right there, y'all. It looked like they on a boat right there. She actually also called Diddy a 2-minute brother. That might get him a little time cut, but because he ain't beefed out. But yeah, she said it was so fast. And that's it. That might get him off a little bit. What's up, Shay? What's up, Dramatic? What's up, LJ? What's up? Here's the proof right here, y'all. So anybody got a misconception? As of now, this how it's look. This was grafted up by a lawyer. So it's a checkbox. Only thing as of now that got dropped, that ain't looking like nothing is the Kid Cudi burning. And that's old anyway. And that burning had nothing to do with some of this other stuff. That real stuff been executed, y'all. That's all you got to know. So now it's in Diddy's court now. He got to bust a move. And we know the Joker got some cards on deck. We know he got something up his sleeve. We know that. And we already know that. So what they saying, with the Diddy trial happening, just super creepy. They bringing up this fool and that cult and all that stuff they be doing. They bringing it back up. They like I said, they never let it go. By Jay-Z, Beyonce, J-Lo. They saying Diddy ain't going down by itself. People are missing out on the best headline for the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Diddy or didn't he? That's right. Nobody know how it's going to play out. Did he telling them or didn't he? Is he or isn't he? That's what all the question marks about. Is one going to get spared? Is Beyonce going to get spared and just the husband going to go? Who knows? But we know he couldn't do everything by himself. We out.